Hello and welcome back to the Residual Royalty Academy, and welcome to another daily upload. So in this video, I'm going to tell you the 4 things that all your book descriptions should have. Maybe for a no content book, you don't quite need this, but if you're doing a low content book where you're putting some effort into it, you're putting some time into it, or a high content book, you definitely need all 4 of these different things in your book descriptions. And we're also going to take a look at some examples on Amazon, and I'm going to show you how I would improve them by rewriting the description for these authors. So this is going to be a great video. Maybe it'll take 6 or 7 minutes, so just stick around, make sure you're subscribed. But let's get into it now. So number 1, you need questions, and ideally you want this to be the first thing in the description in big text so that you can start to build some rapport and a bit of a relationship with that person, because if they start agreeing with you, then they're going to keep reading on into the next bit of the description. And the question really is just to get them to read the next bit. So that's going to grab their attention, and then they're going to go on to the second part. So that's really what it's all about. And then let me just move this now. So number 2, this is where you go into a bit of a story. So you're going to write a couple of paragraphs, make sure you've got varying size text, bolding, underlines. You aren't trying yet to sell at this point. This is just to let the customer know that you understand what their problems are, what their pain points are, and you're just going to basically tell them that this book will provide the solution. So if it's a letter tracing book, you're going to say, oh, hey, look, your kid can't read, or he can't write letters and numbers, or she can't write letters and numbers. So this is going to teach him how to do this and this and this, and it's going to be without any pain, and it's going to be really great. So this is basically just the kind of thing you're going to be writing in there. And then after that, after a couple of paragraphs, you want to do a bullet point section, which is going to demonstrate the benefits to buying. If they can't be bothered to read those paragraphs, they're just going to scroll down to there, and they're going to see the bullet points displaying the benefits or features. So in the features, you could have, 8.5 by 11, easy to carry around, really strong paper, whatever it might be, glossy cover, hard wearing, those kind of things. You could even make 2 separate bullet point lists, one of the benefits and one of the features. And then at the end, you're going to have a strong call to action. Buy this book now in order to make your child the best letter tracer in the class, or something like that. So what we're going to do now is actually go into this first one that I found. You can see it's not ranked very well. It's ranked 1.4 million. And we're just going to take this into tangent templates, and I'm just going to try and make it a little bit better. So at the start, you want a question. So you might write something like, do you want your child to be the smartest in class, or something like that? And you're going to put that in bold, put that into a heading. And then if you press this on tangent templates, you can actually make this heading 1, which is what I would advise you to do. Switch back to there, and now you can see it's bigger. Or you could put something like smartest in class, or the best letter tracer in class. Something like that. It doesn't really matter at this point. This is just to show you the kind of thing that I would do. So there's this. So here they're saying there's 8.5 by 11, 200 pages. So this is the bit that you would have in a bullet point list. So you would have 8.5 by 11, 200 pages, wide lines and dashed centers. And this is where you would have the bullet point list later on. So that's fine, just like that. Let's move this. This book is perfect for blah, 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 blah. Okay, and that would also make a good bullet point list. So then you might have the title as something like this book features, and then maybe you're gonna make this underlined, and maybe you're gonna make it bigger. Okay. So you're just going to look into here, and you're going to change this maybe to H3. Okay. So you can see now we're developing a bit of a better description than we already had over there. So this first question has grabbed their attention, and they're now going to start reading the story bit. So I'm just going to write this here for you. Obviously, you're not going to actually leave this in the description. So, is your child struggling to write letters and numbers correct? So I haven't actually published a letter tracing book before, so I'm not really entirely sure what the whole thing is about. But obviously, if you're publishing a book in it, you will know exactly what the problems are that the customer is facing and the solutions to them. Maybe they are writing the B's backwards, something like that. And just say, this book is the solution. We're going to have this in normal size. Here at XYZ Press, we've been writing books for children for more than 9 years. And we've helped thousands of kids learn to write their numbers and letters correctly. Many of whom have gone on to become doctors and entrepreneurs and just whatever you want to write here. This is not really the point where you're trying to sell. This is just the part where you are elaborating on the customer's problems that they're facing and showing them why you have the solution. Then you might write something like, handwriting is one of the biggest struggles for, 8-year-olds, however old the person you're targeting is, for 5-year-olds. But this book makes it really easy because da-da-da-da-da. So you're just listing some more benefits there. After reading this book, after using this book, your child will be the best letter king in class. So there you go, that's kind of how you would do the story, something like that. And then you've got the features here. You could also have the benefits. So you could also write something like 8 reasons to buy this book. And then you could list a load of benefits. And this is really key as well. Below the bullet point list, I normally do like a reassuring statement. So I might say something like, no matter whether your child can't get her B's the right way round, or she's already top of the class, this book will be great practice. This book will be great practice regardless of skill level. So you're just going to put anything here that is going to get the customer to be reassured that this is the right product for them. So whatever it might be, depending on niche. So then obviously you're not going to leave that there. So you're just going to take that out there. And then below that you would have, so if you want your child to be the best letter tracer in the year group, buy this book now. And then you're going to obviously have this bit bigger as well. So let's do this. And then we're going to go over to there. And then we're going to put that in either H1 or H2. Let's try H2, see how it looks. Okay, there we go. That looks pretty awesome right now. So we've taken it from something like this, all in one size, nothing bold, nothing underlined, no bullet points, not really much going on to kind of entice the customer, to something like this where we've got a question, we've got a story. We've proven to the customer that we know what their problems are and we're going to solve it with this book. We've got either benefits or features with a bullet point list of, you want to try and go for more than 4 here. You want to try and go for like 8 to 10 bullet points if you can. And then we've got a reassuring statement and a big call to action at the end. So you could even put this in bold like that. And that is going to make your book description a lot better just by following these 4 simple rules. So now we've looked at the first one, let's actually also look at this one. So this one is pretty good. So maybe you just want to screenshot, because I'm actually going to delete this now. Now this one you can see I chose because it's a little bit better than the first one. So we're actually going to try and improve this one as well. So this one is actually a little bit better than the first one. They do have the call to action at the end. They do have some bullet points. And they do have a little bit of a story, but it's not the best and it can definitely be improved. So at the start I would do a question. So we might just do something similar to the first one. Do you want, or is your child getting her B's backwards and her I's not dotted? Or whatever it is, it's related to the niche. That's not really the point here, as I say. So we're going to put that into a heading, make it really big by putting it into H1. H1 is the biggest that you can do, and that Amazon accepts. And then that's going to grab their attention, and then we're going to go into this bit. So this handwriting workbook helps kids of all ages to start learning letters of the alphabet to improve their handwriting. Okay, that's good. It progressively builds confidence. I wouldn't go into a bullet point here, really. I would just do something like this. With 52 pages of practice, your child will develop the motor control for writing well. Okay, that's really good. Recognize each letter. we've written or we've helped hundreds of children to improve their handwriting through our series of books. You can also check out our other books by clicking on our author name. And then you might have something like this. Why choose our book? So this is going to be the headline to our bullet point list. Maybe you would want to write another paragraph in here, just like that, whatever the niche demands. And then obviously we're going to put this into a heading. We're going to change this. Where is it? So there we go. Going to put this into maybe H2. Why choose our book? Or something like 8 reasons to choose our book, something like that. A bonus coloring section at the beginning to encourage and engage children as they build skills. Premium cover design, large size, 8.5 by 11. I don't know, glossy. Whatever you're going to put in here is going to get put in here basically. And you want to have maybe 8 to 10 bullet points, like I say. And then down here you're going to have a reassuring statement. So maybe you'll put, unlike other letter tracing books, which are whatever, insert a problem with others, our book is da-da-da. So that's going to reassure them and let them know that this is the book for them. So buy today to help your child take their first step confidently into the wonderful world of writing. Okay, that's great. So maybe you're going to put this all into, is that already a heading? Yeah, so maybe we're going to make this number 1. I wouldn't have that in bold like that. And that looks a little bit better already. So there we go. You can see that we're clearly following these 4 rules. So we've gone from the first one, and then we've gone to the second one that we've just seen right there. This one was ranked number 708,000, so that's a little bit better. And then we go into this third one, and you can see this is kind of, this is what it's all about really. So if you're looking for a fun workbook to help teach your child to write, then you're in the right place. So there you go. They're affirming that this is the right book for them. I maybe wouldn't have quite this much here, but the BSR cannot be argued with. I believe it's, there you go, 34,000. That's really good. This exercise book introduces da-da-da-da. So you can see they're not really trying to sell us at this point. They're just telling us all about what's inside. By completing this book, your child will be able to do this and this and this. So that's obviously solving their problems. And they've got some benefits or some features in this list. And then at the end, they've got the call to action, get this book now, and it's obviously bigger. So that is a really, really great description. Maybe I would trim it down a little bit. There is a little bit much going on, but obviously it's working. And it obviously does prove that this works a lot better, even if it's not completely perfect, than this low effort, low energy kind of description. So do remember these 4 rules when you're making your book descriptions. Like I say, if you're making a no content journal, you can probably just go in with just the bullet point list, because people are going to be much easier to convert if they're just buying a notebook for the cover design and they know that the inside is just going to be lines, so you don't really need to go into explaining exactly what's inside too much. But yeah, for a low content book or a high content book, I would really recommend getting these 4 things into your descriptions. So I really hope that's been a useful video. If you liked the video, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe, and hopefully I'll see you tomorrow in another daily upload.
They wanna count me out before I'm even up. They wanna bring